Okay, the general rule of temperature during infiltration daw. And then your choices are 15 degrees Celsius higher than the melting point of wax, 2 to 5 degrees Celsius lower than the melting point of wax, 15 degrees Celsius lower than the melting point of wax, or 2 to 3 degrees Celsius higher than the melting point of wax. Siguro yung iba dito, medyo nalito, hindi na nag-rationalize, masyado mahaba. So let's break it down. Ano daw ang general rule when it comes to the temperature during infiltration? 'Di ba guys, pag infiltration, you let the paraffin wax infiltrate the tissue. Okay? So to do that, dapat yung paraffin wax nyo liquefied. Okay? Ngayon, majority kasi nag-answer 2 to 5 degrees Celsius lower than the melting point of wax. Guys, pag ba ang temperature lower than the melting point, magme-melt yung wax? Di ba po? Hindi. Tama? Tama, mali. Tama. Okay, magme-melt ba siya? Lower than the melting point nga. Okay? Ayun. So, dapat po ang sagot dito, 2 to 5 higher than the melting point of wax to allow, to facilitate your infiltration process. Okay, para ma-infiltrate ni paraffin wax yung kasulok-sulukan ng tissue cells nyo. Okay po? Malinaw po? Okay, ayan. Yung 2 to 5 degrees Celsius lower than the melting point of wax, dun na yon sa flotation, temperature na yun ng flotation, ah, or your water bath nyo. Okay, ayan. Yung rationale naman behind that is 2 to 5 lower than the melting point of wax kasi ang gusto nyo lang mangyari, mag-flatten yung wax nyo during flotation technique. Okay? You don't want the wax to fully melt kasi may iwan na yung tissues nyo or lulubog na siya sa tubig. Pag nag-melt na, wala nang mag-hold sa tissues nyo, lulubog na siya sa tubig. Okay po? Malinaw po tayo doon. Sana po masagot na to ng tama sa next time. Okay? Ang tanong, lalabas pa kaya sa next exam? Hindi nyo alam, baka sa next cycle na po. Okay? So kung ako sa inyo, magbabasa na ako ng libro. Okay? Ayan. Next question. Which of the following is incorrectly paired? And then your choices are aqueous media daw si Canada Balsam, neutral resin daw si Euparal, synthetic resin daw si DPX, or all of the above. Okay? Guys, remember, ito, I admit wala siya kay Gregorios, pero nasa ibang libro. If you have the book of Day, DEY, basta histopathology technique din siya by Day, DEY yung doon ko po ito nakuha. So, according kay Day, neutral resin daw si Canada Balsam and Euparal. While aqueous medias naman, glycerin, you have your polyvinyl alcohol. Ayun. So, ang sagot dito, aqueous media is incorrectly paired. Kasi sabi niya Canada Balsam daw is aqueous media, which is wrong. Dapat neutral resin. Okay, ayan. Next question. In wet celloidine, tissue blocks can be stored in what solution until it is ready for cutting? Okay? This one I got word per word. Okay? Word per word kay Gregorios. Page 202, last paragraph. Sabi doon, sa wet celloidine, tissue blocks can be stored in 70 to 80% alcohol. Okay? Yun. So ang choices pala dito is normal saline, 50% alcohol, thick celloidine or 80% alcohol. 80% alcohol yung tamang sagot. Okay po? Ayun. Next question. This is a component of a dye that donates more electrons to the component which absorbs light. And then your choices are orthochrome, oxochrome, metachrome, chromophore. Okay? Guys, remember, sa dyes nyo, your dice consists of two key components. That is your oxochrome and your chromophore. Okay, let's break it down. Yung chromophore nyo guys, yung chromophore na component ng dye that absorbs light. Okay? Yun yung component na nag-absorb ng light which then imparts your desired color. Na-gets? 'Di ba yung color, 'di ba meron tayong wavelength, yung light wavelength sa CC, yung Roy-G-Biv, yung sa ano, yung sa tawag dito. Kapag 400 color red, kapag 500 ganun ganon. Okay? Doon po siya napupunta. So, the more the chromophore absorbs light, yun yung kulay na makikita mo na magpro-project na makikita mo sa microscope. Nagets? Okay, next. Yung isang component maliban kay chromophore, that is your oxochrome. Si oxochrome, siya yung nagdo-donate ng electrons kay chromophore. Bibigyan niya ng electrons si chromophore. Para saan yung electrons na yon? Yung electrons na yon ginagamit ni chromophore to absorb more light, which then imparts greater color. Okay? So kunwari ang target, ang gusto nyong makuhang color is violet. Kunwari lang violet ang pinakamataas sa ano, sa color spectrum. Okay? Kunwari lang naman. Ayun. So si chromophore, yung original component ng dye natin hanggang red lang. Kailangan niya pa ng um, konting electron. Ngayon, lalagyan natin yung dye na yon ng oxochrome. Meron tayong mga oxochrome, mga dyes na oxochrome. Okay? Which gives electrons to your chromophore para ma-reach yung desired color na gusto nating makita. Nagets po? Ayun. Okay, so put it simply, the more the chromophore, the more the oxochrome gives electrons to the chromophore, that the greater the color ang makikita sa end product ng dye. Okay? Ayan. So, yung sagot po dito, the component of a dye that donates more electrons to the component which absorbs light, which is your chromophore, the answer is oxochrome. Okay? Ayan. Next, for how long should the sections be left on water bath? 'Di ba sinasabi ko to before nung nagti-tissue processing tayo, kapag nag-float kayo ng sections or nag nagfa-flatten kayo ng section sa water bath, within 30 seconds ma-fish out mo na siya. Bakit? Kasi kapag lumampas ka ng 30 seconds, mag-a-absorb ng water yung cells, yung tissue cells nyo, mag-e-expand siya. Okay? Kapag nag-expand yung tissue cells nyo, tapos nag-expand na yung tissue cells, di ba? Na-die na-process na lahat-lahat, sinilip ni pathologist. Ala, nagsiswell yung gantong cell, irregular. May cancer si patient. Ganun na agad. Okay? So isipin ni pathologist, abnormal cell yon. Well, in fact, pinatagalan mo lang siya sa water bath. Pinag-soak mo siya sa water bath. Okay? Ayun. Yun po yun. So ang sagot, 30 seconds lang. Okay? Next. This type of infiltrating medium results to a rubbery block. And then your choices are paraffin wax, carbo wax, celloidine, or your gelatin. Guys, the answer here is celloidine. Okay? Bakit celloidine? Aba, basahin mo na. Punta ka sa page 201 ni Gregorius under advantages of celloidine. Mababasa mo doon na it celluloidine causes or results to a rubbery block. Okay? Ayun po. Ayun po. Next question. Next question. Ester wax is not soluble in water, but is soluble in what solution? Okay? And then your choices are absolute alcohol, normal saline, 70% alcohol, or 95% ethanol. Ayan. So, this question, guess what? Saan ko kinuha? Tama, kay Gregorius ulit. Page 199. Andun yun. Basahin nyo na lang din. Okay? Ayan. So, ang sagot, 95% ethanol. Ayan. Next question. Next question. This method requires 3 changes of dioxane. Okay? Guys. Guys. Majority answered Lendrum's method. Oh, by the way, ang choices pala. Weisberger's method, Gison's method, Grupner's method, or Lendrum's method. Ang tanong, anong method daw nagre-require ng 3 changes ng dioxane? Okay? Majority answered Lendrum's method. Guys, ano nga ba ang Lendrum's method? Ang Lendrum's method po is a method for decalcification. Okay? Etong method na to, yun yung um, isusok mo yung ano ba, yung bone. Isusok mo yung bone under running water for 24 hours and then lalagyan mo siya ng tissue softener which is 4% aqueous phenol. Okay? Yung method na yun yung Lendrum's method. Yan. So, ang sagot dito, group nurse method. Okay, group nurse method. Again, Gregorius. You can find it there. Yan. Next question. Next question. Ano ba? Ito. Examine the sentences below. Statement number 1. If the laboratory temperature is 22 degrees Celsius, wax to be used must be 53 degrees Celsius. Must be 53 degrees Celsius melting point. Okay? Statement number 2. If the laboratory temperature is 16 degrees Celsius, wax to be used must have 50 degrees Celsius melting point. Okay? Choices. 1 is correct, 2 is incorrect, both statements are correct, both statements are incorrect. Okay, let's break it down. Guys, if you will look at your Gregorius page 193, again PDF book, PDF file 193, you will see there that at laboratory temperature 20 to 24 degrees Celsius, it is recommended that you use 54 to 58 degrees Celsius melting point. Okay? Ngayon, si statement number 1, 22 degrees Celsius daw yung laboratory temp. So, pasok siya kay 20 to 24. Ngayon, ang ginamit daw na temperature is 53 degrees Celsius. 53 degrees Celsius melting point. Pero ang sabi sa libro, dapat kapag 20 to 24 degrees Celsius ang laboratory temperature, ang melting point dapat ng wax na gagamitin is 54 to 58 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, hindi pasok sa range, mali si statement number 1. Okay? Next, sabi sa libro, again, page 193, kapag daw ang laboratory temperature 15 to 18 degrees Celsius, ang gagamitin mong temperature 50 to 54 degrees Celsius melting point. Okay? Ngayon, si statement number 2, sabi niya yung laboratory temperature daw 16 degrees Celsius. Tapos, ang gagamitin daw niyang melting point ng wax is 50. So, pasok siya sa range na 50 to 54 melting point kapag ang laboratory temp is 15 to 18 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, ang sagot, 1 is incorrect, 2 is correct. Okay, moving on. Ito, this method of Celoidin is perfect for processing eye sections. And then your choices are wet Celoidin, dry Celoidin, Bioloid, both A and B, both B and C, both A and C. Okay? Majority answered Bioloid. Guys, ang tanong, this method of Celoidin. Ang tanong, Celoidin po ba si Bioloid? Hindi, di ba? Di ba po ang bioloid synthetic wax? Di ba po si bioloid, it is a type of embedol? Okay? Nakita nyo lang si I, sinagot nyo na si bioloid, which is not the correct answer. Meron din nagsagot, tricelloidin and bioloid. Again, hindi po celoidin si bioloid. Okay? Kapag celoidin, method of celoidin, dalawa lang yan. Dry and wet celoidin. Okay? 'Di ba sabi ko earlier, dry celoidin para sa eyes. Wet celoidin para sa bones and other stuff. Malalaman nyo pag binasa nyo si Gregorius. Ayun. So, ang sagot po dito, B only. Si dry celoidin lang. Okay? Ayan. So, hopefully tama na sa next. Next question, this mounting media is generally preferred over DPX. And then your choices are Clarite, Canada Balsam, Bronze, or XAM. Guys, you can read, hindi, you can. You should read this one on page 267. As in, same sentence. Ginamit that Clarite is a mounting media generally preferred over DPX. Okay? Generally preferred over DPX is Clarite. Clarite ang sagot. Next. Ano daw ang melting point ng gelatin for embedding? Choices, 40 to 45, 20 to 30, 50 to 55, 35 to 40. Again, this I got from the book of Day. Ang sagot, 35 to 40. 35 to 40 ang melting point ni gelatin. Hindi mo to makikita kay Gregorius. Wala rin to kay Raimundo. Ayun, kay Day lang siya makikita. So again, melting point ni gelatin for embedding, 35 to 40. It is, etong melting point ni gelatin na to, yung cause bakit unsuitable siya for embedding kasi masyadong mababa yung melting point. Okay? Ayan. Next, when looking for a vacuum embedding machine, what criteria should you look for? And then your choices are can handle vacuum up to 760 millimeter mercury, can handle vacuum of up to 500 millimeter mercury, vacuum should not exceed 500 millimeter mercury, or vacuum should not exceed 760 millimeter mercury. Okay, let's break this down. Guys, ang tanong, kapag daw titingin kayo ng vacuum embedding machine, okay, so yung machine ang tinutukoy. Anong criteria ang dapat nyong i-take into consideration? Okay? Ang sagot dito, dapat yung machine can handle vacuums of up to 760 millimeter mercury. Okay, yun yung sagot. This one I got from, guess what book? Ayun, Gregorius, page 197. If you will read that one, makikita mo doon na ang criteria para sa vacuum embedding machine, dapat kaya niya mag-handle ng vacuum up to 760 millimeter mercury. Pero pag binasa mo sa baba noon, meron kasing statement, sorry, may statement noon, vacuum should not exceed 500 millimeter mercury, which is majority, yun yung sinagot. Okay? Linawin ko po. Kapag ang tinutukoy yung criteria ng vacuum embedding machine, dapat kaya niya mag-handle ng vacuum up to 760 millimeter mercury. Pero, 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 pag nag-perform kayo ng vacuum embedding, dapat yung vacuum na ginagamit nyo hindi lumampas ng 500 millimeter mercury. Nagets po? Ayun. Okay, sana nagets. Next question. How many changes is required when using your Carbowax? And then your choices are 5, 3, 4, and 2. Majority answered 3 changes. Okay? 60 specifically answered 3 changes. 18 answered 4 changes. Okay? Yung 3 changes na tinutukoy nyo dito, dioxane yun. Okay, dioxane. Pero ang tanong, ilang changes daw ang required when using your Carbowax? Carbowax. So ang sagot po dito, 4 changes. Okay? 4 changes. You can read more on this, page 200 of Gregorius. Nako, puro Gregorius. Sana nung binasa ko si Gregorius. Kung binasa ko si Gregorius kanina, pasado ako ngayong exam. Uy, sana nga. Next, paraffin wax can only be used for how many times? Then your choices are 2 times, 5 times provided that it is filtered, 1 time, 3 times provided that it is filtered. Okay, so you can read more on this on page 198 of what book? Gregorius. Okay, so ang sagot dito, 2 times mo lang daw pwedeng gamitin si paraffin wax. Okay, first time, gagamitin. Pag i-reuse mo na siya, gagamitin mo ulit, di ba? 2 times. First na gamit, pwede pa. Second na gamit, pwede pa. Ngayon, saan po papasok yung ano, sir? Yung i-heat mo siya to 100 to 105 degrees Celsius. Sa second time na na gagamitin mo na siya, iset mo na siya sa, 'di ba? First time ginamit mo na. Nagamit na siya. 'Di ba? Mag-harden 'yon. Pag i-melt mo na siya, iset mo na sa 100 to 105 degrees Celsius. Para habang nagme-melt yung wax na gagamitin mo ulit for the second time, natatanggal mo na din yung ano yung tatanggalin ulit? Yung water. Very good. Okay, ayun. Next. When performing gelatin infiltration, tissues right after fixation is placed in 10% gelatin for how many hours? And then choices are 1 hour, 24 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours. Okay, the answer here is 24 hours. Sir, saan ko po makikita yan? Page 203 of what book? Very good, Gregorius. Okay, ayan. Next question. What additive daw causes an oyster taste to its users? Okay? Nagkakos daw siya ng oyster taste sa mga gumagamit ng additive na to. And then your choices are phenanthrene, ceresin, stearic acid, and your DMSO or your dimethyl sulfoxide. Okay? Yan. So, ang answer po dito is DMSO or your dimethyl sulfoxide. You can find this on page 200 of what book? Tama, Gregorius. Okay, ayan. Okay, next question. This is a product of paraffin with the same property as Paraplast. Choices: ester wax, tissue mat, Carbowax, Paraplast. The answer here is tissue mat. Okay? The same word, the same wording I got from what book? Very good, Gregorius. Page 199. O yan, puro page na lang sinasabi ko. What if puro page na lang sabihin ko? Kayo na lang magbasa para ano? Para may additional knowledge. Wow. Okay, moving on. This process whereby a clearing agent is completely replaced by a medium. Majority pa rin hindi nakakuha ng tamang sagot nito, which is supposed to be a very basic question. Okay? Choices: dehydration, infiltration, dealcoholization, or your embedding. Okay? Ayan. Sabi sa tanong, kung hindi nyo maintindihan yung English, gawin yung Tagalog. Okay? Yung proseso daw na ito, itong proseso daw na ito ay tinatanggal or pinapalitan ng tuluyan yung clearing agent na ginamit. Ano po ba ang susunod na step sa clearing? Di po ba infiltration? Okay? Okay, so infiltration ang sagot. Pero some answered embedding, some answered dealcoholization, some also answered dehydration. Okay? Ayan. So, ganito kasi yung process. 'Di ba fixation? If-fix nyo yung cells, yung tissues. And then you will proceed to dehydration. Dehydration, papalitan nyo yung tubig ng cells, yung tubig sa loob ng cells using your alcohol. Okay? Tapos na sa dehydration. Next step, anong next step sa dehydration? That is your clearing. Yung clearing, gagamit kayo ng xylene. Si xylene, papalitan niya yung alcohol na ginamit nung dehydration. Okay? So si xylene naman ngayon yung nasa loob ng cell. Okay po, malinaw? Clear until now? Ngayon, tapos na si clearing. So ang nasa loob ng cell, si clearing agent which is your xylene. Next step, infiltration. Doon papasok si paraffin. Okay? Ngayon, si paraffin during infiltration, papalitan niya ngayon yung xylene sa loob ng cell. Okay? Talsik si xylene, pasok si paraffin wax. Yun, doon na po magkakaroon ng support yung tissue nyo sa loob. Because paraffin wax na yun nasa loob niya. Okay? Paraffin wax na. And then next doon si embedding. And then next embedding, ano na? Oh, dapat alam niyo yung steps ng tissue processing. Okay? Ayan. Next question. Last question na. Because magdi-dinner pa ako. Okay. Ito. When using the hot plate for deparaffinization, what should be the temperature and time requirement? Choices: 56 to 60 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes, 56 to 60 degrees Celsius for 2 hours, 45 to 55 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes, 50 to 55 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Okay? So this one, I got directly from the book also. Anong book nga ba ulit yon? Tama, Gregorios. If you want to read more on this, page 257, specifically chapter 15. Okay? Ang sagot dito, when you're using your hot plate for deparaffinization, the temperature should be 45 to 55 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes only. Okay? Okay, ayun. So that would be all for a quickie ratio of your exam. Okay? So ayun naman po pala. Kapag naman po pala binasa si Gregorios, madaming masasagutan. Okay? Yun po. So that's all. Good luck to the following exams. Huwag pong magre-rely sa rasyo-rasyo lang, recall-recall lang. Okay? Ayan, nasa mid tuloy ako. Siguro may nagka-curse na. Sabi niya, Allah, ang hirap naman na exam ni Sir Neil kanina. Utang ina niya, sabi niya siguro. Ay, wala na bad word. Okay, so, ayun. Again ha, review your books. Books po, books. Siguro kung nung cycle 1 pa lang kayo naglibro, pasado na kayo. Mm-mm. Yes po, opo. Okay? Ayan, so, that's all. Again, good luck and don't give up. Kaya nyo yan. Kapag may mga items kayong alien or hindi familiar, read more on that topic. Okay? Yun yung the best na gawin. Read more on that topic. Ayun, so eto na, alis na talaga ako. Bye-bye. Good luck again.